Thank you for pointing that out, Dinesh.
That's a bug in the Coral's firmware for the KRPs where it doesn't like RGBs too well. You have to force it into an RGB format.
Oh, I'm remiss, before we move on any further, had some really great help here. D. Nice from AVS Forum, Ed Johnson in the back there. We used a combination of some reference quality gear, my Minolta CS200, Ed Johnson brought in a Klein K10, and the three of us spent a whole lot of time on each one of these panels, and I want to thank you guys, because without you there's no way I could have done it, that's for certain. Can
I ask you a quick question? Are all the LCDs LED lit?
No. The Sony is a CCFL, which is cold cathode fluorescent. The Toshiba is an LED backlit. LG also LED backlit, I believe.
Yep.
And the Samsung on the side is an edge lit. They're calling it LED TV, which is kind of a misnomer, but there are there's LED lighting in there, but only on the edge because it's so thin, they can't have true backlit LED on it. It's too thin. And when you look at blacks, you'll see some things going on with that too. Good question.
It would have helped if the order was the same on the sheets
As the TVs?
Yes. Especially in the dark.
Good info.
Is the Panasonic set to the THX?
The order actually is the same.
Yes.
Exactly the
This
same.
Right now
is the THX certified. And it's in the THX mode, I
That's
believe.
correct. It's in
Yeah,
THX
that's our night mode that we set up on that.
I don't think it's the same.
No, because the Sony's on the right, at the very end, and the Sony's one to the bottom here.
There's the first row of the files on the top.
First three of files. First four of
Right.
files.
Samsung files.
So hey Ed, can you bring up
We should go over that.
zero?
Yeah, you should go over that.
Bring up black for us on this disc.
Who's got the demo?
That's a good question.
And it's right there in the front
Got it.
console.
There you go.
First four of files and the bottom is LCD.
I have a question.
Going across.
This way.
Yeah.
Does the Samsung one kind of lag? It looks like when it's like flashing through the stuff, it's a little bit behind all the other TVs.
The LCD in the lower left?
Yeah. Like when it was like cutting quickly, it looked like it was lagging behind the rest of the TVs.
Well, you might be seeing
Processing.
the processing, the 240 hertz processing could be doing something. Probably a processing issue. Now here's black again.
This is video.
This is a more fair way to look at it. Take a good look. And keep in mind that how black these things are has a lot to do with the contrast ratio and how high it's going to be. The blacker, the higher.
What is that LCD down there?
The Samsung has
Lower left, Samsung.
when it has a 0% stimuli signal, which is what we're passing to it, it will actually shut off the LEDs. It's not its true black level, but when it has 0, it's going to shut completely off.
And just to give you a little idea, I'm going to go to some low light level patterns, 1, 2, 3%. So that should keep all the LEDs from shutting off. And it'll give you a true idea of what real dark scene black should be. All right, now we're back to 0%.
There we go.
And what's that?
That's 1% right
1%. Leave that up.
That's the good one, I think.
there. What is that?
So if anybody wants to walk around to get a better view of a center view.
With the LCDs, you definitely have to get right in front, directly onto the TV to appreciate it.
One is the best.
After you
Fair being the best, but one being the best.
Ten's the best.
Right, so we're not rating them against each other, we're rating them on an absolute level?
People are asking to zoom out to look at all of them.
So the rating scale is 0, I mean 1 to 10.
Actually, it's traveling on us, Ed.
What's that?
It's gone up
No,
to...
I just jumped it up to 2% to make it a little bit more visible.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay, fine.
1 being the worst, 10 being the best. What we're looking for in the panel is a panel that shows a clear, crisp, grayscale box in the middle, surrounded by closest to pure black around the outside. And again, the LCDs, you have to be straight on to the TV set.
Especially on the local dimming ones, which are the Toshiba and the LG, you're gonna have to move in front of those to see exactly what it's doing. If you're looking at it from a side angle, you're gonna get that halo effect underneath that pattern.
Due to the technology of the LCDs, it's a very focused, a polarized light, so any off-axis viewing is taken away from the detail in the light that's coming through the panel.
Oh, I don't think anything's 100%. That's
I've got some flashlights here.
just raise the light.
Well, that would detract from the.
That would
So
kind of
when-
defeat the purpose of
when
what we're
everyone
doing
is
at the
done.
moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
first take a look, and then when you're ready to sit down and rate it,
Can we
then
have
we'll have
night
the
vision?
flashlights for you to use.
It'd be easier if we could rate them against each other. As opposed to.
Are you showing these four?
Yes, night vision is on.
Problem with that, if you're not looking at them directly, which one you're doing, or the same no matter where you are.
No, I mean, it'd be nice if we could rate them up in order as opposed to like.
It's gotta be,
What's an 8, what's a 9.
of course, people argue.
Another thing to look for in a low light panel, low light pattern, like the 2 and 3%, what a lot of TVs will have trouble with is holding a true grayscale. You may see a little bit of red hue to the center square, a little bit of blue hue to the center square.